morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world, and welcome to Danny's Detours, where we talk about anything and everything life related, and consciousness is our canvas. And today we are on one of the local parks. Today. It's an absolutely fantastic day. I've just come up here today because my wife, she's training for a 5k at the moment. So I've just come up, obviously, just to support her and just to give her a bit of moral support. So I thought I may as well do a video while I'm up here. But yeah, it's a nice part, this, because obviously, I've visited it quite a few times, and I used to actually go down to there's a river down here where I used to visit, and I used to practice. It was one of the first times it started getting me into cold water therapy. So basically what I was doing, I was going down to the river, and I was jumping into the river and sitting in the freezing cold river for like a good 5-10 minutes. And that's what actually got me into doing cold water therapy. So like basically now, all as I do, I don't even use hot water anymore. Every morning when I get up, I just jump straight into the cold water, and I find it like what it does for me, that is it gives me a lot of mental clarity, because the minute when I wake up, it's like you're starting a battle with yourself, with life in general. So the way I see it is me jumping into that water is like, it's probably like one of the most stressful things you can do to your body. So once I've done that, then anything after that, it's irrelevant. So like, it lowers my basically lowers my anxiety, which has done absolute massive wonders for me. So yeah, anyone out there that wants to get into doing cold water therapy or anything like that, obviously at first it takes a while to get into it, because I remember when I first started doing it, and it was brutal, because it's like anything that you do in life, it's mind over matter, so you've just got to say to yourself, right, make that decision right there, right then. Like I was stating in my videos, the past 2 days, that you are conscious. That's why one of my mottos, when I always say at the start of the videos, is your consciousness is our canvas. Because basically what I'm stating when I'm saying that is this, like, living the right here, right now, because that's all that matters. The past doesn't exist, because if we attach to the things that have happened in the past, we can learn from our past, but we spend a lot of our times and our lives just like remembering things that happened so many years ago, and then that gets ingrained into our data sets, and we just you just need to, basically, in the words of Elsa in Disney, just let it go. Just let it all go, because it's not there to serve you. Just say who you are right here, right now. You are amazing, you are beautiful, you can do anything, and you are Christ conscious. So yeah, back to what I was saying with the cold water. When I first started doing it, it was more or less, I was doing it like lukewarm, and then I was jumping in, and then I'd like try and turn it on to full cold, and I'd do that for 30 seconds. Was now I get up every morning and literally, obviously, jump straight into the shower, full cold, and I stay in it for like at least a good 3 minutes. I've done it a lot longer, obviously, and I just recommend it to anyone, because basically what it does, it gives you clarity, and it just it's really good for inflammation and mental health, anything else, stuff like that. So anyone who decides or wants to get into it, I highly recommend it. But yeah, it's just really a good thing to do, you know what I mean? But yeah, so yeah, it's an absolutely fantastic day today. The sun's out, and yeah, we're just obviously, I think the park run's getting ready to set off any minute. I think they're starting about 9 o'clock, so yeah. But happy days, happy dingoes, as they say in the Doodoin. But yeah. Oh yeah, and I'd like to say as well, the last couple of videos that I've done, the support, I'm just amazed that like people have been actually tuning in and watching, and I've started to gain a few more subscribers. So I'd just like to say, and just basically just to say thank you to everyone out there that's watching my videos and showing me support, because I'm embarking on this journey now where basically I'm not going to stop, and I feel as though this is my calling in life now, where I'm basically just gonna shine a lot of light into the life and just tell people my story, because obviously I do have quite a colourful backstory, and I am going to save a lot of my things that I've had to go through in my life for future videos. But it's this channel, the whole purpose of it is basically just to increase awareness, like I was saying, increase positivity, and just let people become aware of who they really are. Because I used to say, just for like 1 minute, you get up in the morning and you tell yourself who you are and what you are. You are amazing, you can do it, you can do anything. We go through all these moments in life where we just think to ourselves like, we get so caught up in the past, or even worrying about the future, about like bills or things like that. But all we need to do is just look to the internal, because if you can control your internal world, then mark my words, right, anything's possible. Because I'm living proof of that. Because I've been through a lot of things in my life where I've suffered from anxiety, depression. I've even gone through like really bad bouts of gambling. I've had a lot of like problems with like substances and things like that in the past. But I can honestly turn around and say now that it's like I've been like spiritually reborn, and I've just become a new person. Because a lot of them things that I was tying to, or I was attaching to, was basically, I was living in the past. I was holding on to things like previous trauma that no longer serve me, and they don't dictate or tell me who I am. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, but I just thought I'd do this video, and we're on the part now that people are doing the run. My wife will be somewhere along there in that video. But yeah, it's an absolutely fantastic park. It's just down by the river. In fact, I'm gonna go over by the river now, and we'll have a quick look, and I'll show you. This was actually the river where I used to jump in and do the cold water. There's a lot. See, even like there's some people now, they're going around and they're walking. They're doing the walk. Some are running. Obviously, you've got different levels of fitness. Here's the river. Oh, absolutely fantastic! Look at that. Just look at that, though, people. It's not a bad life, is it? Get yourselves out there, get in nature, and just just enjoy life, you know what I mean? But yeah, this was actually the river where it wasn't at this bit, but I used to get in the morning, and this is where I used to do my cold water therapy. And I actually used to upload the videos on. In fact, I might actually start doing that again because you know, I feel as though that'd be a good some good videos or some good content to put out onto the channel. So yeah, yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. I mean, like, just look at that. This goes all the way down. But yeah, like I was saying before, I really appreciate all of the help. I mean, sorry, not the help, the support. You know, obviously I've been getting, in my last video, this is like my third video now, so I'm still really new to it all, but like I say, I really do appreciate all the support and moving forward. I'm going to be doing one of these videos every day now, just because I feel as though it's just a good way to tell my story, and not only that, I'll be able to look back on these videos and just look and see how far I've come. But not only that, I can, it's something that I can look back on in, like, when I'm older, you know, and it's always going to be there though. So yeah, but yeah, like I said, I just want to give you a few words of inspiration now, and just, you know, just let it be known that you can do anything in life. Nothing can stop you. If you want to be a multi-millionaire, you tell yourself, say, I am a multi-millionaire, I am rich, I am wealthy, I am abundant, I am Christ consciousness, I can do anything. And then you feel that, you attach that to a feeling state, and then you watch your life start to transform and change. It might not happen overnight, but just always keep at it. Obviously the universe has a funny way of you know, presenting you with challenges and trials and tribulations, but it does that in order to see if you are ready. God will see if you are ready for it. So like, you might be asking for wealth, but then he might put you in a situation where, say, maybe, you know, are you ready for that wealth? You know, we can all say like, oh yeah, I want £100 million in my bank account, or I want this, but maybe he'll put you on a certain path in order to, like, enable to see whether you're worthy or whether you can handle that. So maybe you have to, and never give up, because like, he'll always give it to you when you're least expecting it. Because that's one thing that I've learned in my life and my journey. It's cold by this river, so yeah, just keep going and never give up. But like I say, I think I'm going to leave it here for this video now, but I'm going to leave you with the beautiful views of the river. Just remember, you are perfect, you are beautiful, you are amazing. Peace.